What's up, everybody? Scott and AJ back here with It's Always Golf O'Clock. Sorry, trying to turn on my there we go, got my light on, but we are finally out of the frigid,
Woo.
freezing cold, whatever you want to call it, the Arctic weather. Thank goodness. It's golfing weather, but it's
It's
too
still
wet.
snow. It's still snow on the ground too, man. It's still
Right.
snow. We're still cleaning up. Still cleaning up.
Right. But anyways, the positive thoughts is we're getting there. We're getting there, and we can at least get out to maybe the driving range or something, or putt around in the chip and putt around in the backyard or something. So, anyways, hope everybody's thawing out, having a good week, and yeah, we're gonna get into some actually some good sports content this week, not
Yeah.
just golf, but we had the Super Bowl finished up. We'll give you our thought feedback on that, and then we've got the Olympics that started, which I love the winter.
Oh, I love them,
Watching
man.
some of it. And then we had the golf tournament that finished up last week with the
Yep.
Waste Management Open with the playoff hole, and then you got Pebble Beach going on right there, and then in the end, stay tuned. We got our Cathedral courses.
Well,
So.
yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Love
So,
it. Love
all
it.
right. So I guess I'll start off with this one. So yeah, we had the Super Bowl, and I think you and I called it Seattle and the Patriots. Two good teams, two defensive teams. Really, in general, both defenses. Even though Seattle kind of ran away with it in the end, I think
Hmm.
Seattle eventually wore down the Patriots defense, but that's because the Patriots offense wasn't doing anything. But I
Whew.
think both defenses played pretty well in general, to be in my opinion.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yep.
I picked Seattle because I thought their defense would overpower New England, and they did. So, but
Yep.
that's kind of my feedback on it. Is what it is.
Yeah. No, I think I texted you during the game. I said every good team that you and I have been a part of, like really, really good team at Elon, at Charlotte, um,
College,
college, any
K-State.
NFL when I was with the Jets when I worked with them a little bit. Our defense was really, really good, and defense wins championships and keeps you in games. And it proved that Seattle defense was ho humping out there, man. They were rolling, and they got after Drake May.
And it's not like Sam Darnold had a great game. He just
Played well. He
played
played well.
mistake-free football and
Yeah,
played smart.
yeah,
Didn't do anything stupid. Did have some tight, good passes, but it's not like he was just throwing bombs all night or whatever. But he just played mistake-free,
yeah,
just methodical. But you and I just called that. We called experience over
yeah.
inexperience in the Super Bowl.
Well, the thing about it too is Seattle went in with a game plan. They knew their defense was their key. They were going to shut New England down. They played the field possession. They had New England pinned back. I can't tell you how many times, and
Right.
and their front four got after Drake May all day. I
It's
mean,
the
they,
same thing that
they
happened
crushed
last
them.
year when the
Yeah.
Eagles
So
whooped the Chiefs. Is their defensive line just
yeah,
destroyed the
yeah.
offensive line?
So, but it was I don't want to say it was a boring game, but it was. I mean, it was. I enjoyed watching. I enjoyed
Yeah,
watching the defenses do their thing. It was fun to watch. But I
right.
know a lot of people wanted to see like fireworks and stuff like that. But I like watching defenses get after it and play well. So football season's done officially now. It's done. It's
Yep.
over. So
What does that
now
mean? Golf season.
now that means golf season is about to really pick up here. And we had a great tournament at the Waste Management Open. Congratulations to Chris Goddard with a huge come from behind win. I don't know if anybody saw it
What?
because it was right before the Super Bowl and everything like that. But Hideki Matsuyama struggled during the end. But one thing about his whole round, I did watch a lot of his round. He only hit two fairways the whole day.
Yeah.
Really struggled off the tee, and
A lot like my game.
yeah, he stayed in it. He made some great shots, some great putts, and everything like that. It just kind of got him at the end. So I'm sure he'll bounce back and have some big wins this year. He's a great player, but Chris Goddard, that's his fourth win, and I think since like 2002 or
What?
something like that,
Second
or
of the year already.
2022. Yeah, it's
Second of
the
the
second of
year,
the
right?
year. There's only been three players with him, well, two other players who have more wins than he has on the PGA Tour. One is Scotty Scheffler, and one's Rory McIlroy. So he's
Right.
right up there. So he's playing really, really good golf, and it's fun to watch him play. I think he had another good day today at Pebble because we're at Pebble this week.
Yeah, I was actually watching some of
So
that on YouTube TV prior to hopping on here watching the round today.
mhm.
So, yep.
So yeah, but so we're at Pebble, Pebble Beach. It's a Pebble Beach Pro-Am. They're playing out there in the Monterey Peninsula. So right now on Thursday and Friday, they're going to play two courses. They'll play Pebble Beach and Spyglass Hills, and then the
And
weekend,
the amateurs play these 2 days, but they
yeah,
don't play on on Saturday and
Yeah,
Sunday.
they used to have the amateurs play the entire week, and it was really cool. Bill Murray would be out there, all those guys would be out there. You'd see all the videos and stuff like that, and they'd be following them and doing commentary with them and everything. But now they, since they made it a signature event, they've only gone to 2 days for the amateurs. And now they'll play, today and tomorrow, and then the pros will just play on Saturday and Sunday. It is a signature event, so they have 80 guys out there, and there's no cut. There's no cut. So even like a day like Scotty Scheffler had today, he was a cup. I think he was even par, maybe
Even I
one.
think when I
He was even,
was
but
just watching, he hadn't finished yet, but he's
yeah.
even.
So even par. So the machine, what he is. I mean, he was 2 over last week, and next thing you know, he finishes in third place, and he's right in it. So I'm sure he's gonna come back and have a good day tomorrow. They are supposed to start getting some weather, I think, out there. So when that
That's where it's
weather
going to
comes in
get.
and the wind comes in,
I
it's
saw what the practice rounds on the is it the par hole number 7, par 3. Some of them
yep.
are taking a driver because of the wind. It's
Yeah, so
crazy.
I think the weather's supposed to. I've heard the weather's been coming in, so it's gonna be really cool to watch. And the thing about golf, if you're watching the show, you obviously play golf and you love playing it. You know, rain doesn't bother us too much. The thing that really makes it hard out there is the wind. Because that can really manipulate the golf ball, and even pros have trouble in the wind. So I know you and I played some rounds where that wind was gusty and then blowing all over the place, and it's really hard for amateurs like us when we play. But the pros struggle with it too, and it'll be fun to watch them get out in the elements and play a little bit. So we'll see what happens. But I think the
Weird.
leader's at 10 under right now, right? He's a
Yeah,
Japanese
that's
guy.
what it was. Yeah, when I
Yeah.
was watching.
So I forget what his name is and everything like that, but I think he was up pretty good last week too. So we'll see what happens with it. And
Yeah,
uh,
I'm not sure how to pronounce it either. It starts with an H, but
yeah, but
anyways,
it's cool to
what
watch. So
what I
so
think
speaking of Pebble, right? Speaking of
yeah,
Pebble, you and I kind of talked a little bit before we got on here. I was listening to some XM radio when I was driving in. I got the PGA, on my that's my number one thing on my XM radio is the PGA radio. So they were talking about what are the cathedrals in golf, and obviously cathedrals are the best courses in the world, known by everybody. We can't play them, because we're not members at them. But what would you say are some of the cathedral courses in golf? So we're going to kind of run through our list here a little bit. And if you have any comments or likes or dislikes or disagreements or anything like that, throw it on that chat here on the bottom and the comments and let us know. So Scott, I'll let you
yeah,
start off. What would you say? What was the
yeah.
one of yours?
Real quick, I just want to make a quick comment about Pebble Beach. You know what? Most people think Pebble Beach out in California. You don't get that crazy weather a lot in California.
No.
Out there, you do
Yep.
because of where it's
Monterey.
at.
Monterey.
Uh,
That peninsula. Yep.
Torrey Pines, when they were there several weeks ago, you really didn't have that much bad weather. San Diego is known for 70, sunny,
Yep.
but Pebble Beach is a little bit of the opposite for California, which
Yeah.
I think
It's
kind
it's 5 hours north of LA and 2 hours south of San Francisco. Kind
right,
of
right.
in that
And
Bay Area. So
we will be going out there someday. Well, anyways, let's cathedral courses. So
let's start
to
us
start,
off, buddy.
yeah, to start off, well, you pretty much named it with the tournament we're talking about. I mean, you talk of golf. There's another one on our list that's real close to us, but you talk of golf, and everybody dreams of a trip to Pebble Beach. So that's got to be one of the top 5 cathedral courses in the world. Just what if I remember my history of it. It started out as a farm back in the day, and whoever
Mm,
had it sold the land, and
there you
now
go.
look at it. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's definitely a cathedral course.
Yeah, another one, and I agree with you. I think. I mean, we talked about Pebble Beach is definitely one of the most iconic courses in America, hands down. Um, I mean, you see, you're right on the cliffs in the Pacific, and it was funny. They were saying they have one water feature out at Pebble Beach. It just happens to be the biggest water feature in the world, the Pacific Ocean. So, but it's pretty cool, and I mean, I love watching that course. I would love to go play out there. I think grease fees are getting close to $700 around.
Matter of fact, I was
Um,
watching one of them hit before I hopped on here, and he was down in the beach area in the Pebbles, and he thought he could make it up onto the rough or fairway, and he didn't. He
yeah,
hit even a little farther left and went back into the water. So that's another thing too. You can hit from the beach there
yep,
in some areas, but
yeah,
you have to be careful where it goes after that too.
yeah. Yeah. So Pebble Beach is definitely one. I'm going to give you one here. Obviously, the birthplace place of golf, the St. Andrews Old Course. I love when it's on the open the rotunda of the Open, and we get to watch it. I think every 5 years it goes out there. And another kind of bucket list round of golf I would love to play. Obviously, the home of golf, first golf course in the world, St. Andrews, and you get the Sunken Bridge and everything right off the Rutsacks Hotel. We all watch it and we all love it when it's out there. I know I do, especially watching all the Open Championship out there. So with the elements and everything like that. But St. Andrews is another one. I think one of the cathedrals of golf right there.
Yeah, I'll agree with you. And one thing I find interesting about St. Andrews, I had a good friend, my good friend Nate, that was out there for an American football game this past year, and they
Mm-hmm.
actually turned the course into like a dog park on like certain Sundays or whatever, which is
Yeah, yeah. Well, anybody can walk out there. You can
yeah,
just walk
anybody
around.
can walk out there. So, and you don't really have that here as much in the
Yeah,
States, you know. It's more like, oh, you got to keep everything off the golf
yeah,
course, you know?
yeah. You better
So,
watch out because if
right.
we're out there, man, those balls be flying all over the
Yeah,
place.
yeah. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, I
Definitely.
agree with you there. And I think most people probably have a lot of these similar, maybe some different order or something. But yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so another cathedral, this has got to be on everybody's list, but Augusta National. I mean, come on.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
that is the major of the majors for the most part. It's sometimes I wish it was kind of later in the season, but I see why they play it when they do because it's not as hot. It's the course is in great shape for the
yeah.
spring. But man, that's the one weekend of golf that I definitely try to really sit down and watch some.
Yep. Well, it starts out. It's the real start of major season, and that's when
Right.
the azaleas are blooming. Spring's right there. You're through the winter by now. You know what I mean? And we're getting out. We're playing a lot. The grass is starting to. Where we're from, we play at Bermuda. We play Bermuda grass. Most of the courses all the courses now have Bermuda grass, so they all go dormant during the winter. So they're all brown, and you see some of it like if you watch the Waste Management. They overseed with rye, so they have the Bermuda, which is the brown stuff on the outside. I'm sorry, the Bermuda, which is brown on the outside, and then the green stuff is a rye. But all of our courses are starting to come back at that time, April. They're starting to get the green to kick back up a little bit, and that Bermuda is starting to come back in. So for us, it's like it's almost like a rite of passage. Like it's time to play golf now. But the course is obviously designed by Bobby Jones, and Alistair McKenzie, and everything like that, and just an absolute gorgeous,
I
gorgeous.
will have to say this too is
And
is
I've been there. I
yeah,
was able to go on a
yeah.
Sunday. I was able to
Still
take.
have I got some my wife's coworker went last year and got me some gear from there, kind of like you did. But the other thing about too is I think the Masters in general, from a technology perspective, if you're
Oh
following it from like
yeah,
computer to TV to your phone, like they have
above anything else.
the best tournament golf app. You got your picture in picture on your computer or TV. And then they just redid or built a whole brand new media clubhouse. It's top of the top.
Yeah, I got like I went in 2014, and I was lucky enough to go with my dad before he passed away and everything like that. And it was probably one of the best days that I've had, with him, in a very long time. We got badges for Sunday and watched Bubba Watson win. We drove down that morning, got there early, so the first groups were about teeing off. I would probably say we got there probably around 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. And literally walked the entire front nine. We pretty much walked the whole course, and
I
then
didn't realize you went on Sunday. That's
we
awesome.
did. Yeah, we walked the front nine. Walked a lot with actually Rory McIlroy. Walked like 3 or 4 holes with him, which was really cool. And then walked down to Amen Corner and sat down at Amen Corner. Sat right on 11 green, where you can see 11 green and then 12 T. And we're actually like right there. We actually had to get moved back a couple times because guys hit it into the woods on the right, and they're going to come right where we were sitting. So marshals are moving us back and everything like that. But the place is magical, man. It's like Disney World for golfers. It really is. There's the etiquette there, and
Grass is like carpet.
you can't take your phones in, so
Right.
nobody bothering you, nobody bugging you, and it's like you going back into like the 1930s almost in a way. Really, really amazing, really cool. So it was a day I'll never forget, and I have memories of that'll last a lifetime. So, and that's what Augusta is, and that's what Augusta does, and the whole tournament and everything like that. So yes, I would agree with you 100%. Obviously Augusta being on there.
Yeah.
Next one I'm going to talk about here, buddy, is one right in our backyard, Pinehurst number
Yep.
2. And I know it's the whole resort and everything like that, but obviously number 2, Donald Ross design, is I think one of the cathedrals definitely in golf. It's a different type of course. It's great, crazy greens. They've lengthened it extremely long right now. All the waste bunkers. I love what Core and Crenshaw did by bringing it back to the way it was. You know what I mean? It's really kind of brought the character out back of the course when they did the redesign and got all the trees out of there and everything like that, that have overgrown. So they've done an unbelievable job with it. We haven't played number 2 yet. I'm telling you right now, and I'm saying it on this channel right now, Scott, in the next couple of years, you and we will be playing number 2 with Alex. We're going to get him involved with it. But we will be going to play the Pinehurst number 2, and the amount of videos we would have come from there would be pretty stinking cool. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. I haven't played it obviously, but I've been there twice.
Mm-hmm.
Other than driving by, because we've driven by several times. And
Yep.
if you ever get the chance and you're in the area, Pinehurst is out there. Like you said, it's about an hour and a half from me, maybe a little bit closer for you, or we're about the same. But the town of Pinehurst is pretty cool. A few little small, quaint places to eat. Then you also got Southern Pines. It's not too far from there. Got some
Yep.
great golf courses there too. It's actually a very big retirement area.
Yes.
A lot of money actually. Um, but talking about this, I've been fortunate to go to the last two U.S. Opens that have been played there. The most recent one with DeChambeau winning on that with that awesome sand shot on
Yeah.
18. We weren't there that day. We went that Friday. And honestly, I kind of like Fridays because the plus to Fridays and Thursdays is you get to see everybody
Yeah.
because
Yep.
not everybody's been cut yet. So like I was fortunate to get one of my favorite golfers isn't on the PGA tour, but is on the Live Golf circuit tour, whatever you want to call it now. But Sergio Garcia was finishing up his round. He made the cut, walking down the practice area because they turned one of the other courses or
The number 1. Now
yeah.
they turned number 1 into like a parking lot pretty much, and then they're doing all the range was on the cradle.
Right. They turned, yeah. So he was come walking in the range and super nice. I mean, he signed autographs for everybody waiting there. He's like, "Hey, walk with me. I'll sign your hat." And took a picture. It's on our socials if you see it. But just super nice guy. But that's one thing I like about going Friday. You don't get to see the excitement of Saturday and Sunday, but you get to see the golfer. I mean, you get to basically follow whoever you want to follow.
Yep.
That's playing in the tournament. I'm a big Ricky Fowler fan. Watched him one of the other years. Did Phil, Tiger, um, so really all the big names. So Scotty,
So you got Pinehurst number 2 behind you, dude.
yeah, actually I do. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about your backdrop, bro. I'm talking about your backdrop, buddy.
Oh yeah. No, it's on my
It's
it's
on
on
your
my
wall
wall
too.
too. Yeah, that's why I'm looking behind me. You're talking my backdrop, but
Yeah.
I know if I took my virtual background off, I've got the golf flag sitting on my pinned to my wall. So yeah, a little confused there. Sorry. But no, Pinehurst is a great area. You got the Pinehurst Brewing Company, man. If you go there, get the sampler or whatever.
Oh yeah, the barbecue sampler can't beat it. It's
Go
awesome.
hungry too.
It's
Uh
awesome.
it's yeah, it's kind of funny too because you walk in there and you see everybody that's there. They just finish up a round of golf in the area, either at
Yeah.
Southern Pines area or Pinehurst area. But
Yeah.
we love it there, and we will play. And I mean, there's other courses in there. What's the
Oh
other
yeah.
played there?
We got
Longleaf,
Longleaf's a great
yeah,
one. I
built
played.
around an old horse
Yeah.
racing track.
Yeah. Mid Pine. I played Mid Pines over there.
Talamore.
Alamore's excellent. One that I think we're going to talk about a little bit in the future episodes. the Bayonet at Puppy Creek, which is a little
Oh man,
further out. It's about 30 minutes out,
more
but that's
towards the
really good.
Fayetteville area. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've played what was the other one down there? The Legend was really good. Um, like I said, Talmore was excellent. Mid Pines, and you have Mid Pines, Pine Needles, and Southern Pines all right there.
Yep.
We played Highland. We played a couple
Oh,
times, and Highland's a good little course
got it.
too.
The other thing we got to talk about, not just the course, but the famous clubhouse. I mean, you can walk around the
Oh
clubhouse
yeah,
and
yep.
go in the pro shop when you're there too. That's we've actually got some gear from there before, but yeah, when they're not having a tournament, you can go
Yeah,
in the clubhouse.
the
You
whole
can
resort. I mean, it's awesome.
ball. Yeah,
They got the spa there. Bring your
yeah.
wife, bring your kids. I mean, there's stuff to do down
They
there.
do say, however, they do say talking to volunteers that have worked at the tournaments a while, they do say number eight's the best one to play.
Yeah, I heard number 4 is pretty good too because
Yeah.
they read and now number 10, and they're going to be having number 11 come up too.
All right.
They're building number 11 right now. So number 10 looks really cool. Also, it was
We'll get out there.
old pit out there course,
Yep.
old pit course. So, well,
Right.
then we got to get to the fifth one. Do you have a fifth one? I mean, we talked about a couple of them
We
here.
talked about a couple. You kind of probably know them better than me, but yeah, you've got like you mentioned Shinnecock Hills, and
Mhm.
you got Muirfield. If I said that right, out overseas in
Yep.
Scotland and there's stuff. And I think it'd be between one of those two.
Yeah, I think I when I was looking up and they were talking about it on the internet, they said Royal Melbourne out in Australia was supposed to be a really really good one too. I've never obviously been out there. I've seen it on TV a little bit when they had the President's Cup and everything like that. But Pine Valley is always rated as one of the best in the world, which is in New Jersey, and obviously very exclusive, very hard to get to, very hard to get on. Cypress Point's another one out there in Pebble area. They always talk about it. That's supposed to be really awesome. But again, haven't done that one. Seminole down in Florida, another big one that a lot of them play at. A lot of the big. I mean, we unfortunately don't have the funds to get on a lot of those courses. If anybody would like to take us out there, I'd love to go and play on any of them. I think those four. And then you got Bethpage. I did play Bethpage Black when I was up in New York, and that was a treat. And that's another one that's really really pretty awesome. But
That's private too, right? Because you got a
no,
special site.
Beth
Bethany's
Page.
public.
Yeah, you can anybody can get out there and play on it. Well, it's harder to get on now, but when I was back there in early
You
2000,
still didn't you
it
play with
was
people
I
with the
was
Jets?
yeah, we were able to get out there when I was with the Jets, which is
About
really
the
cool.
only thing they've done good lately, not football.
Oh, geez, wow, throwing shade. But I guess there's a lot of courses. Whistling Straits is another one that's supposed to be really good. So
Yes.
there are a lot of iconic courses out there, but we're talking Cathedral, the best of the best, and I would think those four definitely would be up there, and then you could probably throw another 4 or 5 that we really probably haven't talked about. We talked about some of them. Royal Birkdale is supposed to really another one, a really great one overseas. So, but those four are definitely Cathedrals. I think anybody would keep them on your list. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, so that's the top five of the cathedral. I think,
Mm.
just like you said, most people would have all those up there. The fifth one's, kind of
Could be a couple of them.
yep,
Could be a
yep.
couple.
You know,
But
and we are going to stay tuned. So if you
next
like
week,
this
next
content,
week,
hit the subscribe button. Put your comments below. Love to hear your top five.
yeah.
But coming up, we've got our top 10 courses. We're gonna pick on our own. AJ's not gonna know mine, and I'm not gonna know his. I'm sure we'll have some duplicates on there that we've played or
So
whatever.
what we're gonna do is do we want to do courses that we've both played together, or just courses that we've played in North Carolina, South
I
Carolina?
say that we played, that we've just played.
Yeah, cool.
And
Like,
or kind of know about or like at least probably yeah, let's just do plate.
okay, and we're going to do North Carolina, South Carolina
All
only.
right.
So it'll be between North Carolina, South Carolina. Obviously both of us live in Central North Carolina, so we play a lot of these ones in the Central area. But we played Myrtle Beach a ton. We've gone down there and played a lot. We've played in the mountains of North Carolina a couple times, and I lived in Charlotte for a while. Played a lot of courses there. So we're gonna have a pretty good list here. So we're both going to do our top 10, and we're going to come next week and give our top 10 and talk about that a little bit. If you're
Yep.
ever taking a trip, if you're ever taking a trip to North Carolina, Pinehurst area, there's so much good golf in North Carolina, South Carolina,
Yeah. And it's
between
honestly
Myrtle. It's
most of
just a
it,
great
if
time.
you compare it to a lot of the rest of the country, especially places that can only play maybe 6, 8 months out of the year,
Mhm.
the costs of golf's not a cheap sport. Let's be honest,
Yep.
no matter
Yep.
where you're at. But comparatively speaking, golf is for the quality of golf you have here in the North and South Carolina area, it is
It's awesome.
not the price is good. I
You can
remember
find a good course for a very, very reasonable price.
when I lived up in Connecticut, obviously you're limited certain months out of the year there, but the courses up there weren't bad, but you were paying a lot more, and there's a lot better quality courses here that you pay less for than up there. And they're better quality.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
uh,
Well, so that's next week. We're gonna come to you guys next week and talk about those. We'll talk about see what happens with Pebble Beach and everything, and then we got Riviera next
yeah,
week, which is
one
the
one
big.
thing we'll have to talk about is kind of the conclusion to the Olympics too. You know, the Olympics.
Yes, he'll be finishing up. Yeah, we
Yeah,
got
well, we'll
hockey.
see. Hockey just started, so we'll see how the
Yes.
U.S. does. Could be a U.S. Canada final
Oh,
again. So we'll
I
see.
hope so, man.
Yeah.
I really hope so.
Yep.
So
So
we'll see.
anyway, stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button. Everybody have a safe week. If you're someplace warm or thawing out, hopefully you get out there and at least get a practice. If not, play and create some memories and be safe.